Judgment Day. Somebody here has a problem with the champion in the Judgment Day. So, Ricky Bobby, talk to us. Tell us how you really feel about the champion, leader, Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day.
I just feel like if you're gonna be like the leader, right, you're gonna be the champion. You have to defend. And if you're defending, you're defending against good opponents, because not every champ in the business can like just not defend. Like that's not gonna get anywhere. That's how it's getting so bloated. Because if we're not having matches, it's not no new defenders, and it's no room for anyone to grow. So I just feel like she had the hype behind her when she fought. Everyone was like rooting for her, expecting her to be like the biggest female champ since ever.
Since Charlotte, you can say it. It's okay.
Okay. Since ever, and she didn't really do that, and she hasn't done that, and I haven't really been impressed there. I just think it's kind of a waste.
Well, who did she beat for the belt?
The GOAT.
Bianca? Charlotte. She beat Charlotte for the belt at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Charlotte just got injured. She can't fight her no more. Bayley has her whole thing going.
Which Damage Control maybe.
Damage Control is lit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Asuka's in there too. That's a super good
Lit.
So, I know we're on Judgment Day, but we're going to have to touch on them as well, because I feel like they may arguably be the greatest women faction. I think they are that good.
Yeah.
They are that good.
By far.
I believe that.
The greatest women faction. But she beat like Zelina Vega and stuff.
But like it's little.
I think Triple H, his like booking style is like important to protect people who are already like super megastar. So she can't run into Becky because who's gonna lose? And then what does that do after them? She can't keep beating Bianca and all that kind of stuff, because that drops Bianca's value. Then you just brought Jade Cargill in, but she's not ready yet.
She's not ready yet. And also, Jade has so much hype. Jade can't lose to Rhea.
Exactly. Jade can't lose the first time out. But Rhea is... I think she's a good champion. She's the leader of an all-male faction. She brought Dominic Mysterio's stock way up.
Yeah,
She's like... Finn Balor is a great wrestler, but he don't have the charisma or the star power. Rhea is the star power of the Judgment Day.
Absolutely.
And like, I don't know, she's leading them into great things. She's the negotiator. She talks to all the male superstars for them to do the stuff for them. I think it's dope. I think she does have to have better opponents, but it's not that bad. The women's roster is top heavy anyway.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I guess if you look at the people who are stars, they can't really lose to her.
Yeah.
And then people, it's like there's stars and then people who are just like not it at all, and there's no really in between.
Exactly, it's
right
super
now.
duper top heavy right now.
Yeah.
There's no like, I think it's because there's no mid card women's championship. There's no women's U.S. title or women's intercontinental.
So it's either the big title or nothing.
Yeah, it's either you're like Charlotte,
Or
Becky,
tag
Bianca,
team.
or you're just Zelina Vega and like Doudrop and all that.
Okay. And that... a Jade comes in the mix, right? And so maybe that will help start to even things out a little bit more. And
Who's the other
possibly,
women's champion?
It's just Rhea. There's no other women's champion.
It's just what are Becky and Nia Jax fighting for? Just
because I really think the whole Nia Jax thing is and not to get go down a bunny trail here, but I think the Nia Jax and Becky thing is Becky being the top dog and agreeing to work. You know what I'm saying? Let's work. Let's try to do what needs to be done, right, for the business and help her really be able to balance out her strength, use her skill, and show that she's more than just, somebody who gets women injured. Let's just call it what it is. I love Nia, but ultimately, she even bust what's-her-name's nose the other night in the match. We were talking about that, and that's crazy.
Io Sky is the other champion and Damage Control. Right. That's the thing, though. See what I'm saying? Like, we know Rhea Ripley is a champion. Io Sky has been defending her title, too, but we didn't even know she was champion.
When you think of Damage Control, you think of...
Bayley.
Yes. That's why I say I think they're one of the best female factions, maybe the best, because I forget that Io has the belt. I'm thinking of Bayley, and then they added Asuka to it, which is like...
Yeah.
That's two supers.
That's crazy, but then, like... I think it even, I don't know, because then Io Sky's she is kind of like with the Zelinas and Doudrop, even though she's a champ. So who does she go against to give her that'll make her relevant.
And maybe the other girls are like the super girls are not trying to lose to EO and Rhea.
I wouldn't want to either.
They've been established.
And if you look at their resume, but maybe it'll be beneficial or not beneficial, but if it wouldn't be too bad if EO lost to one of them, because I think you just need bigger names. If you have two, like, Rhea's not really middle, but she's not where the Becky, Bianca, Charlottes are. So if you have two,
you don't think so?
No, not yet. I mean,
I think she's over Bianca right now.
I was gonna say that
Bianca had a long reign and she went against big names. Like Rhea hasn't gone against
Rhea
names.
Ripley.
She went against Natalia.
Star power wise, she's up there, bro. Yeah. She's one of the top stars in the company in general.
Bro, she is loved when she comes into these arenas. She's loved off the camera. Like, it is, her following is crazy. Like, it really is. I obviously I had her going in. You know, I thought that it would be great for Charlotte to, you know, kind of like that whole, you know, passing the torch thing, you know, or whatever. But I think she's dope. I agree with you. I do want to see her put some big names under her belt, because if Becky's gonna work with Anaya, then why don't you get in a match with the champion? And if you lose, so what? You know, but that's, to me, makes sense. That's what this business is about. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose.
Not even like a Becky. Like, even if she was to go against like someone who's not like Anaya, like someone that's not like main like resume like Becky. Becky has a big resume, like a big resume. So if you go against Rhea and lose, I guess it builds Rhea. But what does it do for you?
For Becky Lynch, they can have a good, hard-hitting match. I think Io Sky and Becky Lynch should be good.
Yeah, I think Io and Becky would be good.
Because Becky can actually wrestle. Io can actually wrestle. She's really small, but she knows how to, like, wrestle. Yeah. So I think, I don't know, the women's title, it's so bloated, and then when one of them get injured, it's like there's only 4 of them, 5 maybe, and now 2 of them are on the same team. So with the champion.
So maybe that's true. So maybe in Rumble, that's where Jade starts, and it could start spiraling something and like moving something.
Yeah, I think Jade would probably have to be Io Sky though, which would be fire. If Jade does some Goldberg stuff versus like damage control, that's fire.
Yeah.
I could see them giving her that run, that who's next type of run, you know, where she's got the look. She's awesome. I know they're clearly working with her for what they want to see out of her as a proper presentation of her. So that should be great.
How do you guys think Damian Priest will have a successful cash-in? He has 6 more months to do something.
When he won, I wasn't like disappointed or anything. I thought it was actually cool that he won. I thought it was gonna like build or something, but there's no, like, who can he cash in on and win successfully right now?
Yeah, I don't
see it being successful.
I think he could, if he changed his look a little bit, I think he could be a serious contender. But I don't think, even if he cashes in successfully, I just don't think people would take him serious.
Yeah, I'm with you. As far as the look, I mean, I think he would be trying to cash in on Seth, right?
Right.
And then as far as the look, I mean, Seth, I love him to death, but some of those outfits he wears.
It's different though. Seth is like, he's like average height. He flies around stuff. Damian Priest is like the size of Kane and the Undertaker, where he looks like Prince. It don't make sense. I don't think people take him serious. Like, that's it. He's good though. He could do everything in the ring.
Yeah, he can go.
But this dude's coming out in corsets and stuff like that. Like, it's just, I don't know.
I'll tell you what though. To see him keep coming out with it and then it's unsuccessful. It is one of those things that's kind of like, okay, this is like, you know, we're used to a guy brings it out and either he's going to win it or he's not. You know what I'm saying? The business of being the money in the bank. And this guy is just like, these failed attempts is just like, okay. And I feel like they're failing him so much to where, like, when he does cash in, he has to win, right? I mean, if you're going to keep failing the attempts this many times, then when you cash in, it has to be successful. If he cash in and it's unsuccessful, then that could really, you know, that could hurt them. But him and Finn are having a great run as the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. I mean, they're doing better than I thought they would do as the Undisputed Tag Team Champions.
They beat Sammy and KO for those?
They beat Sammy and KO, yeah. And then remember, there was a short, where Cody and main event Jay, they won him, and then they ended up beating them. So that's how they got him.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they got him. So, I mean, they are, I mean, they look good with the belts on them, and obviously then there's Rhea. So she's got a belt. Dom is Dom. He lost his belt, but he's still Dom. So that's working. They got JD in there. I don't know. Really.
I don't like JD.
Yeah, I felt like I mean, it looked like they were going to bring Drew in the fold, and then something didn't work out, so that didn't work. But I don't like the whole JD thing. You already got Dom. You don't need another Dom, right? So I think that's kind of a mistake. I know he's Finn's boy, but I ain't feeling that, I thought Drew joining the fold could have been a little bit better, but if they're not doing that, then I'm not sure where they're going. But I do like the fact that they do have the gold. I do like the fact that Rhea, she's the leader of them,
I like the look as a squad.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rhea and Finn could probably survive the best if they had to break up.
Yeah.
Maybe Dominic in a couple
Dom
years.
could just latch on to Rhea if they disband.
I like them better as a squad. I think the tag team titles makes it more legit too. They got all that gold over there.
Yeah. A faction always looks good with gold. Doesn't matter if it's just the world's heavyweight or if there's tag team intercontinental, but a faction needs to have gold for sure.